What is up, awesome people? Shady back with some more Dead by Daylight Trapper gameplay, and I'm really in a dilemma here, guys, and hopefully it's something that you can help me with. So let's get into a match here, and as we play, I'm going to explain the situation, and I hope you could give me your opinions on this. Right now with Trapper John, I'm running pretty much all Trapper perks, and my goal was to try to do this all the way to Killer Rank 1. But there's been some issues, and maybe we'll run into these here as we try to hunt down these fools. I'm rank 10 right now, and from 20 to about 13, I was setting down traps in heavily traveled areas at the beginning of the match, like here. Patrolling generators, chasing down survivors, putting them up on the hook, then letting people take them off, and doing the whole thing over again. Eventually, you know, killing all or most of them. And that really worked well until around rank 13. And the problem is when you get past 13 is that every player knows all the tricks, they know the maps, they know where the generators are, they don't miss skill checks, they don't step in traps, and they know how to juke. And the biggest one is that they know they can take advantage of the Trapper's limitations. Basically, no one is afraid of the Trapper anymore. All these high-ranked survivors have multiple teachable perks, so almost every survivor is running some form of combo of sprint burst, self-healing, and something else. And they're not afraid to get hit, because they know the Trapper's slow to recover from successful hits. It gives them a boost forward when they get hit. By the time he wipes off his blade, they are long gone and out of sight. It's tough to take the time also to put down those traps because, you know, see right here, they've got 3 up already. I mean, I can't believe I haven't found one person. This is not looking good. I just kind of feel by mid-game that the Trapper becomes really underpowered. And I don't even know if it's that he's underpowered. I just think maybe he's not fast enough. Now, to compound this even more, in the lower ranks, I find myself consistently playing against teams of 4, where up in the higher ranks, it just didn't seem to be like that. You know, I'd play against, 4 people that weren't playing together, or 2 and 2, but up at these higher levels, it just seems to always be groups, and these groups will not let anyone be left on the hook. There we go, someone trapped. He's out already. As soon as you have someone on that hook, all 3 of them are together, and they're out to get that person off the hook. They will go pretty much at all costs to even prevent their teammate from getting on the hook in the first place. They'll attempt to block you or pin you in so the captured person has time to wiggle free. Again, because they know getting hit once with the Trapper is no big deal when they can speed burst off and self-heal. If you do get someone on that hook, then they also have no reservations about all running in together to rescue that person. In the past, where I would hook the person, then maybe set up 1 or 2 traps down, and then go patrol looking for another person, well, that's not even an option anymore. As soon as I hook the person, all 3 of them are right there, taking them off the hook 1 second after I put them on. There, we caught one. So my guess is this is a group and they're all running together. So why is it such a big issue that they're off the hook? Well, the problem is at the higher ranks, you really run the chance of never getting a sacrifice, let alone never even capturing or even seeing another person, and then they end up all escaping. And if you don't get at least 1 sacrifice, you pretty much are going to lose a pip. I'm actually surprised no one took her off that hook while I was grabbing that trap. And you're going to see here when I run up here to hit this guy in the back, how bad it is to locate them with that recovery time. It really just comes down to anticipation about where they're going to go and a little bit of luck. You hope that there's no big line of sight blockers. Well, they've somewhat screwed themselves here because they got all the Jennies on one side first, and these three are close together. Right into the trap. And this group is a pretty good example. You see, they're going to always grab somebody off the hook as soon as they're put on, and they're going to constantly try to block me from capturing somebody that's been on the hook or somebody that's been hit once. They're all grouping around me. They're trying to hit me with flashlights, trying to block me from putting this ace up again because this is going to be his second time. They can try to block me all they want, but I have an iron grasp, so he's not going to wiggle out. That's one down, and we got another one trapped. This is falling apart for them real quick. They only have one Jenny left, but, you know, like I said, they screwed up. And they got all the generators on the one side and just left these three together. I'd love to take her to the basement, but I just don't think I can make it that far, even with Iron Grasp on. And by the time I could even finish setting the trap down, she is off the hook and they are gone. I mean, this may work out for him. I may not catch her, but if I do, this is going to be her second time up. Real quick tip here, don't wear anything if you're Survivor white. White sticks out like a sore thumb. And that's pretty much the only reason I got her in this cornfield. I was just kind of locking into that white on her jersey. So pick an outfit that doesn't have any white on it or bright colors like bright red. Try to pick the darkest clothes you can. They're running all over the place, just trying to draw me away. I'm not going to do it. They've got one generator left. This person's going to die on the hook, and there's only two of them left. So they're going to have a tough time getting one more generator with these generators being so close together. Got another person here trapped, and she's close to the basement. That's not good for her. Her friend just about saved her in time, but not quick enough. It'll be interesting here to see if her friend tries to come down here and get her in the basement. If it was me, I probably wouldn't. I'd be looking for the trap door right now, or if she knows where that's at, I'd be hanging out beside it. But we've seen this group does not like to leave people. I think she's probably going to come down here and try to get her. Now that probably wasn't too good of an example, but it was really close to being a great example. They had 4 generators up. I had not seen one person, and then just I happened to come up on that Meg, and then that set off a whole chain of events. Plus, you know, they got all the generators on one side, left the 3 on the other close together. But, you know, they could have easily got that other generator up, got the door open, and I wouldn't have seen one person and they would have all escaped. When I first started playing, I really despised people that would catch me and then just stand there. And that's my dilemma now, because I feel like that's the only thing I can really do at this point to ensure that I'm going to go up a pip. I've been using Insidious, which puts you into a stealth state if you stand still. I put the person up on the hook, and then I hide off on the side. Then I just wait for somebody to come to rescue them, and I come out of stealth and try to break it up. Sometimes that still doesn't work because I rush in and light attack with the intention of grabbing the other person who's trying to take their teammate off the hook, but most of the time it doesn't work, and you end up just hitting that person in the back, and they can take a hit, so you have to take the time to recover. By that time, the other person's off the hook and they are gone. The 100% foolproof way to do this is put the person on the hook and then stand right beside them like a big stupid idiot. I totally hate this because I feel like I'm really cheesing it up, but they end up wasting time trying to get them off the hook, and they can't do it because I'm standing right there and I'm going to hit them every time they come up to get them. The person on the hook ends up getting sacrificed, and then they're a man down, and I normally end up getting at least 2 more people this way. I know that on the PC version that they've implemented a new killer scoring system. The killer now has goals, and in order to level up and gain a pip and win the match, you have to accomplish 9 killer goals. The first time you hook a survivor, that counts as 1 point. If they reach the struggle, that counts as another point. And if they're sacrificed on the hook, that counts as 2 points for a total of 3 points. And you can only get a maximum of 4 points from 1 survivor. And that means in order to level up, you're going to have to hook multiple survivors. Behavior Interactive believes this system will prevent what I'm doing, for lack of a better word, camping. I'm not so sure it will. In these matches where I've just camped the hook, by their new scoring, I would have easily made over 9 points. Where in matches where I've had multiple chases, maybe hooked 2 or even 3 people, but they were then rescued, I would have lost a pip in the new goal system, and probably in the old scoring system as well. I really hate that I'm doing this, but I don't know any other way to make it to #1 ranking with the Trapper. I think there's some balancing issues with the killers. I mean, if you ask any survivor, who would you rather play against, the Trapper or the Hillbilly? I think I know what the answer is going to be. I know when I hear the chainsaw at the beginning of a match, it still scares the hell out of me. But when I see traps laying on the ground, I'm like, well, this is going to be a walk in the park. So I want to know what you guys think. After putting someone on the hook, is just standing there a punk move, or is it actually the best strategy to level up? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Also, I'm really interested to hear, especially from PC players, what do you think of the new killer goal system? Is it better for the game? Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Have a good one.